She shooting.
New season, man. No, we about to do this shit, man. I know I told y'all a lot of cap last year, but I ain't capping about it this year. This is it. This our season. Talk to me. They been hating Trey Young since we beat the Knicks. They been hating on the Falcons since we drafted Pitts. They won't even throw to Jesse, they know that's a pick. I feel like Acuna every time I make a hit. United in the field, the gang up in the stands. We yelling ATL, bro, cause we some real fans. They been talking crazy, disrespect is out of hand. But we gon' win this year, they ain't gon' say nothing again. I'm a field flipper, blitz and a hit sticker. Still get her. Dyson let me steal with you. Jesse said debate and turn into a pick sixer, and we making plays. That's why we got Penix Woods. Get in the field with me. Come see how we live in it. Had a couple losing seasons and we had to deal with it. Had to bench my cousin, get him out the family business. Thought it was a bad pick, but now we thanking God for Penix. I'm a route runner, a whole running back hunter, a stat chaser, never miss a play, boy, check the numbers. I'm a prize pick. Yeah, on my losses, take the under. We let Terry cook and he been in the kitchen all summer. They been hating Trey Young since we beat the Knicks. They been hating on the Falcons since we drafted Pitts. They won't even throw to Jesse, they know that's a pick. I feel like Acuna every time I make a hit. United in the field, the gang up in the stands. We yelling ATL, bro, cause we some real fans. They been talking crazy, disrespect is out of hand. But we gon' win this year, they ain't gon' say nothing again. Whole shotgunner, long bomber, home runner, a sack taker. But I be taking all y'all fumbles, a playmaker. Soon as we break the huddle and I bend down. But I was here with Jesse Tuggle. We kick it just like soccer and United is my team. The Birds ain't got no ring, but that don't mean nothing to me. The Braves got one in baseball cause they known for pitching heat. Schwellenbach and Strider had got their name from me. But I'm a Saint hater, Nick Killer, Buck Slayer. We run the South, we'll deal with them Panthers later. It's our division. Don't believe me, bet your paper. Say we sweet like candy, I say we gon' win one hour later. They been hating Trey Young since we beat the Knicks. They been hating on the Falcons since we drafted Pitts. They won't even throw to Jesse, they know that's a pick. I feel like Acuna every time I make a hit. United in the field, the gang up in the stands. We yelling ATL, bro, cause we some real fans. They been talking crazy, disrespect is out of hand. But we gon' win this year, they ain't gon' say nothing again. Yeah, man. RP to all the legends we lost in between last season.
I keep lying to these people. I said, we gonna win this year. I gotta stop making these weird ass predictions. We are back for another episode of the Next to Ball podcast, man. I am your host, Spencer Neal. Good morning, Atlanta. Good afternoon to Georgia. Good evening to the world. Episode 8, season 3 of the Next to Ball podcast, man. And we are here for another week of, I can't even call it disappointment because Cisco 49ers. If you had told me that was our first 6 games 4 months ago, and you would have told me we would have came out of that 3-3, I would have been okay. I would have said, you know what? I'd take that from the Falcons. 3-3 with that, because that's a rough schedule. I would have predicted we lose to the Buffalo Bills. I would have predicted we lose to the Commanders, and I would have predicted we lose to one more we were supposed to lose to in San Francisco. I would have predicted those. But the way we have gotten to 3-3 has to be the most weirdest Falconist way we could get to 3-3 possible. Like, as easy as we're 3-3, with just a few less mistakes, we could easily be 5-1, 4-2. Like 4-2, 5-1 should have been. Like after we beat Minnesota, we should have been looking ahead at 3-1. We should have been looking for 2-1, 3-1. The way we have. And this is the thing about the losses. It's not about the losses. It's the way we lose these games. The way we lose these games just shouldn't happen to teams who have vision. The way we lose these games shouldn't happen to a team who has aspirations of making the playoffs. We play football on a week-to-week basis as if some weeks we are a playoff team, some weeks we aren't. I don't know what we are. The Falcons don't know what we are. What is our identity, Birds? What is our identity? That's what confuses me. That's what confuses me. I come out here every week and we are just as inconsistent as could possibly be. Only inconsistent teams lose games the way we lose games. An inconsistent team, just like the Falcons, an inconsistent team will go back and look at their game film and see the way they won last week and be like, nah, we ain't gonna do that this week. My Falcons the only team that can see the game plan we got last week. Be like, yeah, that was a good game plan. Let's not do that this week. How do we go away from what works? What works? What is our identity? We preached the whole year, Raheem Morris. Raheem. And that's really what it boils down to for me. I feel like the talent is there. I feel like the talent is on the team. Maybe I gave some people a little bit of exaggeration with the talent. Maybe I over-exaggerate on some people. Maybe I'm giving some people more credit than they should have. But I feel like the talent is there. I feel like it. I feel like this is a good enough unit to be in the playoffs. When you look at our receiving core, even though we just cut Ray McLeod today, when you look at our receiving core, Darnell Mooney, when healthy, you saw what he did Sunday when the ball came his way. Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and you throw in Bijan because he's part of the receiving core too. When you throw that in, that's good enough to be a playoff team. When you go to our rushing game, Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier with Charlie Warner blocking, that's good enough to be a playoff team. Besides yesterday, when you look at our offense, besides Sunday, when you look at our offensive line is good enough to be a playoff team. Our defense, even though we lost the game in San Francisco, we held them to 20. Our defense is good enough to be a playoff team, a wild card team at minimum. What I think is holding us back is leadership. And I don't know. This is another thing. I don't know if it's coaching that's holding Michael Penix back or if it's Penix that's holding Michael Penix back. Week by week, I shouldn't be trying to figure out, do we have a quarterback? Some weeks he looks good, some weeks he don't. I don't know. When I go back and I look at his plays, when I go back and look at his touchdowns, if you got to be real about the situation, when you go back and look at the game film of Michael Penix, what is that stellar game that he's had? The best game that he's had was against the Commanders last year. He did all right in the game against them this year. He still threw a pick. But the touchdowns that Michael Penix is getting right now, and I think he has, 4 on the season? Let's look at his stats. Let's look at Michael Penix's stats. Let's look at his stats on the season. Let's just get some real numbers here. Let's get it down to the nitty-gritty. I want people to understand what I'm saying. This ain't hate. I'm really trying to figure some shit out here. Michael Penix on the season. Games played. He has 1,400 yards. That's 16th in the NFL. 5 touchdowns. That's 29th in the NFL. 3 picks. 48.3% QBR. Now, I don't even go by QBR, but I do play Madden. I do know 158.3 is the best. If you 48.3, you had a bad game. On average, he's averaging a 48.3 a game. 22nd in the league. These are bottom numbers. We're weak, and I understand. Look, people, I understand he is basically technically a rookie. But when you look around the league and we compare him to the other rookies in the league, let's just compare him to the people he came in with. If we don't even have to compare him to Dylan Gabriel or Jackson Dart, who are having decent seasons. Compare him to the people he came in with. Spencer Rattler. Let's just go to Spencer Rattler's numbers. When you compare him to Drake May, let's go to Drake May's numbers. Caleb Williams, because this is his class. You got Bo Nix, Drake May, Spencer Rattler, and Caleb Williams. That's the class that he came in with. Let's just check out some numbers. Let's just get diddly with it. I got time. I ain't got shit to do. Let's just see what's going on. Let me go to the Saints real quick. Did the Saints play last week? They may have been on the bye. Let me go to Spencer Rattler's numbers. Spencer Rattler, 13th in passing yards, 21st in touchdowns. He's tied for 21st. He's tied for 21st with 8 touchdowns. Penix has 5. Spencer Rattler, 16th in QBR. There's one. Now, Spencer Rattler is the worst out of all the names I've named, supposedly. He's supposed to be. Supposedly, on paper, Spencer Rattler is supposed to be worse than Michael Penix Jr. His numbers are better. Now, let's go to Drake May. And I'm not going by, you can't tell me it's the team at this point because I'm good. You can't tell me it's the team at this point because on paper, Michael Penix is supposed to have a better team than all these guys. Drake May, 8th in passing yards on the season, 8th in touchdowns, and 2 interceptions on the season, and 4th overall in QBR. That's Drake May. He's supposed to be the second best one. He's supposed to be the third best one. It's supposed to be a tie between him and Bo Nix. Let's go to Bo. Bo, 11th in passing yards, 11 touchdowns on the season, which is tied for 10th, and 15th in QBR. Let's go to Caleb Williams. '21st in passing yards, which is right around where Michael Penix is at. 9 touchdowns. They all have more touchdowns than him. They all have less interceptions. Caleb Williams comes in with 3. And Caleb Williams also is higher than him in QBR. Now, let's go to the rookies of this year. Caleb Williams was 20th in QBR, by the way. He's the one that's closest to Michael Penix. Let's go to rookies this year. Who did I say? Now, Dylan Gabriel, that's who Michael Penix is better than. He's 36 in passing yards. 36 in passing yards, tied with 3 touchdowns. He has 3 touchdowns. Penix has 4. But he hasn't thrown a pick this year. He has 30. His QBR doesn't rank, though. And let's go to the last one, Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart hadn't even played all the games this year. Hadn't even played all the games this season. 7 touchdowns, which is more than Penix. 61.9 QBR, which is 14th, and he's thrown less picks than Penix. All I'm saying is when we compare Penix to the people of his class, because at some point we keep using this excuse that he's a rookie and things of this nature. All I'm saying is when you compare him to the people of his class, I'm not even comparing him to the rest of the league. I'm just comparing him to the last 2 years of quarterbacks that came in the league. He's at the bottom. Is all that coaching? It could be. Is some of it on Michael Penix? I don't know who it's on, but whoever it's on, it doesn't matter. If we go like that, we will not be a playoff team. Now, the thing is, are we trying to be a playoff team this year? I would say so. I would say Raheem Morris and Terry Fontenot are playing for their jobs. They're coaching and general managing for their jobs. If they want to go to the playoffs, Lord forbid we lose to Miami this week. But I could see an uproar in the city if we lose to a 1-6 Miami team. Now, I don't want Penix to lose his starting job because all that means to me is we have to start over looking for a quarterback again. And that's one thing we don't have time for right now. But damn it, if we want to save the season, because we are, no matter what we are, I know we're not supposed to be a 10-point offense. We go weeks without scoring touchdowns. We're back in the era of when Kirk Cousins was hurt last year. Because before Kirk Cousins got hurt last year, we were 6-3. We were scoring a lot of points. Some 30-point games, some 36-point games, things of that nature. We're back to right now. Oh, my God. If our defense was as bad as it was last year, we'd be getting blown out by 30 every game. I come in every week and I say we leave points on the board. Execution comes down to coaching because execution comes from preparation. You execute better when you've done this 100 times or however many times you need to do it to have it down packed for Sunday. And that comes from coaching. Now, who else can I blame? Zach Robinson walked all the way down from the booth to coach us now. It was last week. 2 weeks ago, he was in the booth and we couldn't get the plays called. So he comes down on the field. If the nigga get any closer, he going to have to put on a jersey. He gonna have to literally be on the field with the players for Zach Robinson to get any closer. How close does he need to be? How close does Zach Robinson need to be on the field to the field to get the play calls in? Because why the fuck are we still having delay of games? We're the most delay of game team I've ever seen. What the fuck is taking us so long to get a play in? It can't be that fucking hard to get the play in. And at that point, Michael Penix, again, just call some shit. We are still getting delay. Bro, I've been at every game this season. I'm telling y'all, San Francisco Stadium wasn't that loud where you can't hear the plays being called. I could have yelled down there. Take my phone with you, Michael Penix. So I just call you with some plays. What needs to be done for us to get that kind of shit going on? What needs to be done for us to figure out, hey, why are we, it's 6 games into the season. We're over a quarter into the season. We still running out there with 10 players sometimes. You've never, correct me if I'm wrong. Comment. It's people who watch my show who've watched football longer than I have. Have you ever seen a game where a team goes out there with 10 men on the field on the defensive side, get the penalty for it, then the next play come out with 12 men? No, reverse. They came out with 12 men the first time, then they came out with 10 men. Like, can we just get the right number? Why don't we know how many people are supposed to be on the field? At worst, why are we doing this on 3rd and 13? The biggest play of the game, 4th quarter, 3rd and 13. We got 10 niggas on the field. What are we doing? Like, who do I blame for that? Who do I blame for that? People say you can't blame Raheem. Who is the guy to blame? Who is the guy to blame? Is that a Ulbrich problem? Is that our defensive coordinator problem? If I keep blaming our defensive coordinator and offensive coordinator for all our problems, what is Raheem's job? We got a defensive coordinator, and I just want somebody to tell me. Anybody, if you can tell me what Raheem Morris's job is on the field. Because if we already have somebody who deals with defensive coordinator, that has been delegated. We got a special teams coach. That is delegated. We just picked up a new wide receiver and QB coach. That is delegated. We have an offensive coordinator. That is delegated. What is his job? Is he the offensive lineman coach? I just wonder, what is Raheem Morris? Is he? Because apparently he's not in charge of clock management. Because if his only job is to call the timeouts, then he has to be fired. Because he hasn't called a timeout all season. This nigga just trying to roll over all the timeouts until the playoffs. He trying to go into the playoffs with 27 timeouts. He trying to go in there with a load of timeouts. Like, and so last week we was a play where we threw the deep bomb before halftime. Before halftime, Darnell Mooney catches it. Of course, he doesn't go out of bounds because he doesn't go out of bounds. I blame that on coaching. But at some point, when Darnell Mooney didn't go out of bounds on that play, the play before the half, at that point, I got kind of mad. I got more mad at Darnell Mooney than I did at Raheem Morris because in my mind, I'm like, Darnell, you know your coach sucks at calling timeouts. Help him out a little bit. Help this nigga out. If I already know my coach is retarded, help him out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you getting ready for school in the morning, your parents be helping you, but you see they sleepy. Let me go and put my clothes on myself. Mom's a little tired. Let me help her out. Help this nigga out. But because of coaching, he doesn't go down, which is undisciplined. Then Michael Penix proceeds to throw an intentional grounding. We get a 10-second runoff. I mean, we the most leavingest points team in the NFL. Like, how are we just not? This is simple shit. This is simple shit. You can't blame this. People say, like last week I came in, I blamed it on preseason. You can't blame that shit on preseason. We done played 6 games. We done played a season worth of games. If this was high school, the season would be over. Like, what are we talking about? How many reps do you need to know, hey, we only got 40 seconds to get the playoff? How many reps do you need to know, hey, I can't throw the ball out. If I'm not outside the pocket, I can't just throw the ball away. How many reps do you need to know, hey, this is the play we call it. This is when we saying hike. No more false starts. We the most false starting his ass nigga. I mean, that's what makes our schedule being 3-3 so hard. Because I feel like one team hasn't beat us this year. Now, even the Carolina game. Carolina, as bad as the score was, we lost 30-0. Carolina didn't beat us. We beat the shit out of ourselves that day. We beat the shit out of ourselves. Carolina didn't block no field goals. We just missed. The picks that Michael Penix threw against Carolina, they didn't even know they was getting the ball. Them niggas ain't had a pick since. A pick since. The mistakes we made against San Francisco, the 10-second runoff at the end of the clock, the 10 men being on the field, what are we doing? What are we doing? That has nothing to do. Those are gimmies. Those are San Francisco don't have to work hard for that type shit. Y'all just giving it away. This is free. Y'all are giving games away. The game we lost to Tampa Bay. We missed a field goal to go into overtime. They didn't block it. The wind wasn't blowing. We had the roof closed. The wind wasn't blowing. What are we talking about? Those are our 3 losses on the season. And I feel like all 3 were preventable. I feel like all three, we beat ourselves. And that's what's frustrating about this team. If you go into San Francisco and y'all fight to the death and they win a game on the last second field goal or some crazy shit like that, then that's just what it is. We fought with honor. We're not even fighting with honor. It's like we show up halfway. It's like we don't, after we leave the game on Sundays, it's like we don't see each other again till the next Sunday. Like, don't nobody go to practice during the week or nothing. We don't watch game film or nothing. It should be no way that we running plays so obvious on the field where everybody in the stadium know what's coming. Like the defensive back for San Francisco said when Drake London cut across for the 4th and 3, he said, I knew what play they was going to run. I should have picked it. How does everybody know? Zach Robinson, why is your playbook so simple where everybody can read it? Why are we running the same plays over and over again where it's so easy to identify? That's a coaching error. That's a coaching error. That's flawed. That's flawed football. That's flawed football. And we don't have time for these type of mistakes because this is the thing about it, people. We are wasting. If we don't go to the playoffs this season, we wasted another season. Wasted another season. And when you start wasting seasons with guys who already got their contract, see, like this year, I keep telling y'all, this is our last year with Kyle Pitts. Good or bad, this is our last year with Kyle Pitts. If I'm him, because first of all, he's a free agent this year. If I'm him, I'm walking. Because, nigga, not only have y'all talked shit about me my whole first 4 years here, now y'all throw me the ball, and I'm actually balling. I don't deserve this. Kyle Pitts, you don't. Good people don't deserve what goes on in Atlanta sports. They just don't. Kyle Pitts, if you leave, brother, more blessings to you. We can't say shit else about you no more. Niggas have talked about you since Matt Ryan left. Every time Michael Penix throws you the ball, you catch it. It's just a nigga never throw you the ball. I feel like you could have had plenty of 100-yard games. You just don't get the ball. I don't know what is that coaching? Like, how much can I blame on? Like, who gets these slices of pie? Who gets these slices of blame pie? I can't blame all that on Zach Robinson, that Kyle Pitts never gets the ball. Because I see the nigga open. I'm at every game. Not only am I at every game, I sit at the top, so I see the whole fucking field. I get the whole blimpy view. The nigga open. But can I blame all of it on Michael? So who do I blame? Does Zach Robinson need to be in Michael Penix's ear telling him, hey, goddamn Kyle Pitts is open. I need you to see that. Is Zach Robinson telling is Zach Robinson telling Michael Penix this and Michael Penix is just ignoring him? What is the issue? That's my concern. I don't even know. See, we don't even know who to blame. It looks like coaching. We don't know if these players just stubborn and not listening to these niggas. And if they are, they're still coaching because you're not a leader of men. You're not a leader of men. CMC, wore our ass out, man. CMC really wore our ass out. Ugly. It was a debate. We've been coming in here. We've been coming in here every week talking about how Bijan Robinson is the best player in the league, best running back in the league, and things of that nature. But Christian McCaffrey, he said, "Hold on, fuck that." That was a display to let you know, hold on, it's still levels to this shit. Cause I've seen a lot of football. That was a great game of a running back putting a team on his back doing whatever needs to be done. Christian McCaffrey was running routes. I think he had like 180 yards overall, all-purpose yards. I mean, he put on a masterclass of how to will a team to victory, which is more upsetting because he was literally the only person on the field. We lost to Matt Jones. Respect to CMC. I wish that Bijan got a chance to fight back. I wish that Bijan got a chance to go at the head-to-head matchup, but it seemed like we was calling plays because we were scared that they knew that we had Bijan. And one thing about good players is you know what I'm going to do. Yes, you know what I'm going to do. Can you stop it? Can you stop it? And we didn't even give them a chance to see if they could stop it. I'd rather force feed the ball to Bijan Robinson 25 times than to let Michael Penix drop back 40 times. And there's no disrespect to Michael Penix. I don't know how many games we could win with him throwing 40 passes right now in his career. I'd rather force feed it to Tyler Algier and Bijan Robinson and let us lose on our horses' backs. Because if we're going to keep saying he's the best player in the NFL, then why not use him as that? Why not on a 4th and 1 or 4th and 2? It was a 4th and 1. It was a 4th and 1. 3rd and 1, we go to a tight end screen play to Kyle Pitts. Or we did a jet sweep or something like that. Neither one where Bijan Robinson touched the ball. Give my best player on my, and I know Drake London is our second best player, but give my best on 4th and 1 in the 4th quarter. Give my best player an opportunity to get the ball. He wasn't even on the field. He wasn't even on it. At that point, if Bijan Robinson and Kyle Pitts aren't on the field on 4th and 1, who else will we be going to? Everybody in the stadium would figure we're going to Drake London. It ain't like we running no sneaks. Me and Michael Penix just as athletic as each other, apparently. Apparently, Michael Penix just doesn't run. Like, I know he's had some runs in this season, but, man, it's like we leave a lot of yards on the field with his running almost as worse as Matt Ryan. I ain't seen nothing like it. You just don't see, and no disrespect to everybody else because white people are running now, but you just don't see black quarterbacks who just refuse to run. Like, he just refuses to run. Even Jacoby Brissett runs a little bit. You got to run a little bit, just a smidge. Get these niggas up off your ass, man. I be scared for him. He be sitting back there in the pocket. I be like, nigga, don't you not want to get hurt? You should move. You should move. They on your ass. With all that, though, the crazy part is, with all that, we're 3-3. We're 3-3. The season isn't a total wash yet. That's the positive right now. The season isn't over. We have a lot of football left. And like I said, if you would have told me in the beginning of the season we were going to be 3-3 up until this point, after having to play the Bills, San Francisco, Minnesota, and the Commanders, and Baker Mayfield, I'd have said, man, we made it through a gauntlet. The only thing is the gauntlet gets tougher. We have a tough schedule coming up. We still have Seattle, who is playing amazing. We have the Colts, who are playing amazing. We got to see Baker again. I know we talk bad about the Carolina loss, but if you look up, Carolina's 4-3. I mean, they have a above 500 record. So, I mean, you gotta respect that. Who else do we have? That's our 3 toughest I think of off the top of my head. Hold up, because we got some more. The Patriots won't be a sweet one. Tough games we got coming up. Patriots, Seahawks, Bucks, Rams. Oh shit. Patriots, Seahawks, Bucks, Rams, and the Colts. That's 5 tough ones. We need to win. I would say we need to win. Out of our last, because how many we got left? 6, 17. What is that? 13 games left. 11 games left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 11 games left. We need to be. We can't lose to the Saints this year. We need to beat the Dolphins. We need to beat the Saints twice, and we need to beat the Panthers and the Jets. That's 5. And if we could find 2 more wins, and the Cardinals, and we need to beat the Cardinals, that's 6. Now we need 1 more win out of the Patriots. We all right. I'm looking at our schedule. If we can get 7, if we can go 10-7, at 10-7, 10-7, maybe 11-6. Because I still see that's possible. And if you look at it, this is another thing. The thing that makes me more optimistic is the teams everybody we lost to this year, everybody we played this season, besides the Panthers, was a playoff team last year. You can't tell me we didn't have a hard schedule. We had a hard schedule. And this year, it gets a little lighter. We got a free one next week to the Dolphins, but nothing. One thing the Falcons have showed me this season, nothing is free. Nothing is free. We're gonna have to work for everything. I feel like we can beat the Dolphins. The Patriots is a toss up. The Colts is a toss up. We got to beat the Panthers at home. That's 2 more wins. We got to beat the Saints in New Orleans. Got to beat the Jets. I mean, come on, the Jets got to lose every game this season. We got to beat the Cardinals. We got to beat the Saints. We got to beat the Saints twice. That's 6 more wins. What are we right now? We 3-3. That's 6 wins. And then if we can steal one from the Colts, either the Colts, Seahawks, or Bucks, or Rams, or Patriots, that's 5 opportunities. That's 5. If we could just get one of those 5 and win every other game that we're supposed to win, if we can just get one of those 5 games, that's Patriots, Colts, Bucks, Rams, Seahawks. If we can steal one of those 5 games and just win the rest of the games against these sorry ass teams, we should be right there on the board teetering for wild card. And that's still a successful season. Nobody came into the season saying we was gonna be undefeated. The losses had to come from somewhere. I know the Carolina loss was the one that when nobody was expecting. It happens sometimes. Sometimes you slip up any given Sunday. Whether you lose by 30 or lose by 2, a loss is a loss. It shows up the same on the record sheet at the end of the day. If you can make it to the playoffs by the end of the season, nobody will give a fuck. Nobody will give a fuck. We can look right over it. But if we come down to one game, this is the thing. If you come down to one game, if it comes down to the last game of the season and we lose that game, then you got to look back at losses like San Francisco, who we were right there for. Then you got to look back at the Tampa Bay where we missed a field goal. Then you got to look back at why the fuck did we lose to Carolina by 30. That's when those things add up. So you got one thing good teams do is they win the games they're supposed to win. And that's what we don't do. We get the city hype. I don't know when the last time we've won consecutive games. It's been multiple years since the Falcons have won consecutive games in a row. 3 games. We've won consecutive. We haven't won 3 games in a row. And probably before COVID. That's the last time we won 3 straight games in a row. And that's sad. that's sad. Good teams win 3 games in a row. 3 games in a row is what you need to get to the Super Bowl. If you can't win 3 games in a row, you'll never win a Super Bowl because that's how many it takes to get there once the playoffs start. That's just a simple math for the situation. You need to start putting together little strings of 3 just to even get ready for the playoffs. That's how that works. We got work to do, fellas. There's optimism there. I still believe in our defense. Albright has put together a good defensive plan. I still believe in it. I mean, we just got to stop being so inconsistent. Inconsistency is what kills us, and I blame inconsistency on coaching. Because if I can't just put it on quarterback play, then it has to be coaching. I can't put it all on quarterback play because it's some of the things some of the play calling is bullshit. We run the most rudimentary play calling, but I don't know if they're doing that because they're trying to protect Michael Penix. And if you need to protect that nigga that much, then just put in Kirk Cousins. Like, what are we protecting this nigga from? Either he's our future or he's not. Let the nigga loose. Now, if we don't have the plays to let that nigga loose, then that's coaching. But if we have the plays to let that nigga loose and we're choosing to hold him back, then y'all are telling me he's not ready. And if he's not ready, well, shit, we got $100 million quarterback that's ready on the sideline. If we gonna pay him, at least play him. If we got a guy that's not competent to do the job, where's the incompetency coming from? That's because there is some. Can we all agree that there is some incompetency on the field, whether it be on the sideline or whether it be actually in the jerseys? One of these niggas, if not both sets, either the coaching staff or the players, is incompetent. Where is it coming? We need to figure out where the incompetency is coming from. That's all I'm saying. Still a contention, though. Still a contention, man. My Falcons spill. Today is a beautiful day, though, Will. I know this is your day. Basketball is back, man. NBA season starts back tonight. Starts back with a home run of a hitter. Rockets versus OKC, game 1. OKC's raising their banner tonight. I can't wait to see it. I wonder is KD gonna come out on the court while they raise their banner. You know, I was thinking like it's real diabolical that they doing that on KD. Like whoever writes the scripts for the NBA is just like point on with like the storylines and shit like that. Cause why do y'all want KD to see that? Like, why y'all trying to rub it in his face? Like, aha, we got one. Like, aha, without you. KD, and I don't know if y'all know this about KD. You can just tell in the movements that he does throughout the league. He really don't give a fuck what people think about him. So the fact that y'all think he cares that y'all got a ring about to have better night while he there, that nigga really, he don't even brush his hair. He don't give a fuck about life. He just wants to play basketball. He just wants to play basketball. He left y'all to go get 2 rings. He's probably going to clap for y'all. He's probably going to clap for y'all. That's how much of a non-caring ass nigga he is. The nigga don't put on lotion. Nigga don't have no wife, no kids. No, nothing. I just want to hoop. I just want to hoop. I just seen the nigga at the Hawks game. I went to the Hawks Houston game this preseason. I was sitting down there courtside. The nigga had on flip flops. He had on like the flip flop Uggs, some big ass sweats, big ass hoodie. Like he really don't care. He really doesn't care about life. Ball is life for KD. Ball is life. Y'all can't upset this nigga. This nigga is in Houston now. He's just doing whatever the fuck he wants to do. Nigga's just floating around the league. 36 years old. And every team he's went to, he's been that team's leading scorer. Career average leading scorer. Every team he's went to, he's left there being their average leading scorer. From OKC on. The man's a baller. The man's a baller. Second game, Lakers versus Warriors. You know they always gonna try to put LeBron versus Steph on TV. They gonna water us down with LeBron versus. That's like, I mean, how many times did Magic versus Larry play? Like, cause goddamn it, it's like Steph and LeBron play every other week. These niggas, not luckily, LeBron ain't playing tonight though. Injuries. What they say, it's fasciitis, some bullshit I can't pronounce. I don't even know. I don't even know what kind of injury it is. I think the nigga just 40. That's what I really think he is. I don't think he's hurt. I think that nigga, they just holding him for the playoffs. Damn, that's wild that Luka, so Luka is a great player. He carries teams. So like when because Luka's going to make the playoffs. Luka can make the playoffs. Luka is one. It's only a few players that can make the playoffs from any team in the league. Luka can make the playoffs from any team in the league. Giannis can make the playoffs from any team in the league. Like those, Jokic can make the playoffs from any team in the league. If they're on the court, their team is going to the playoffs. I don't care what team you put Jokic on. I don't care what team you put Luka on. I don't care what team you put Giannis on. If you put them on any team in the NBA, that team is going to the playoffs. And for Luka to have that advantage of be that type of basketball player, and then to get, when the basketball starts to matter, get LeBron back, because they're talking about he's not coming back to like December time type shit like that. To get LeBron added to your roster is insane. That's what you get That's the add-on in the trade deadline. You get LeBron James. I'm excited to see what the Lakers are gonna look like. I'm excited to see because I want to see what DeAndre Ayton does. I want to see. I know Austin Reeves is gonna have a fun year with LeBron not on the court. I know he's gonna have a fun year getting to get buckets because he's in that. Austin Reeves, everybody has their own personal battles that they're fighting. Luka is fighting. He wants to get a ring. LeBron is fighting father time. Austin Reeves is fighting to be the best white boy between him and Tyler Hero. That's Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves has his own battle by himself. LeBron never said LeBron's hurt. Austin Reeves is fighting to be the best white boy in the league. Pure white boy. Pure white boy. And between those two, because the pure white boy tag just got taken for both of them. Because I've been watching Cooper Flag play preseason, and that's the best white boy in the league as of today. Like, you're going to have to play a lot of ball, Austin, to be better than what I see Cooper Flag been doing. I can't wait until this, because the real, like, tonight is like the little taste, 2 games, woo, woo, woo. But tomorrow, when everybody plays, that's when it's going to be some basketball played. I can't wait to see Dallas, even though they don't have Kyrie back yet. I just want to see that complete product on the court. Dallas is going with Cooper Flag running that point. And goddamn it, as I've been watching them during the preseason, I think he can do it. I'm excited to see, like I say, tonight, Houston is running this everybody over 6'7" lineup. I'm excited to see it. They're going Jabari Smith, Kevin Durant, Sengun, Steven Adams, and Amin Thompson. Let's see. I'm excited to see my Hawks. I'm excited to see Zachary Ricochet, Jalen Johnson back healthy, Dyson Daniels, who just got a new contract, Trae Young with Kristaps Porzingis. I'm excited to see my birds, man. I have the most optimism about the Hawks that I've had ever. I'm not gonna lie. Even the years that they went to the playoffs and did good, I didn't even have I didn't have the optimism in that year. I didn't. You couldn't have told me that Jalen Johnson and Bogdanovich and Kevin Herter and Trae Young and Clint Capella was going to the Eastern Conference Finals. You couldn't have told me that. A lot of shit had to happen for them to go. Kevin Durant had to have his foot on the line. A lot of shit. Ben Simmons had to just basically die on the court. Like you couldn't. But this year they have actual expectations. They have actual expectations. Trae Young has never been on a team with expectations. Never. Trae Young, actually, bro, this is gonna be the biggest test for Trae Young. The biggest test Trae Young is gonna have to have this year, nigga, is to not score. Trae Young has never had the responsibility to not score. But this nigga's on the team this year that actually need the fucking ball. You gonna have to play point guard this year, Trae. I know you get 12 assists a game, but look, Trae, I'm not taking nothing. You know I love you. But people can make the argument that your 12 assists come from you having the ball the whole game. They can argue that it's Trae. They can argue that it's James Harden-esque, Luka Doncic-esque, and it's not really point guard-esque type assist. That could be the argument. This year, when you have so many players that can actually score 15 to 20 points, you're going to have to show it. You're going to have to show it. And I wouldn't be surprised if Trae Young only averaged 16 to 17 points this year. Because that means Jalen Johnson getting 25. That means Risa Shea is getting 18. I know Risa Shea ready for the season. It took Risa Shea 1 year in Atlanta. Now the nigga got cornrows. I don't know if y'all seen it. He got braids now. Like, boy, the culture in Atlanta is so fucking strong. It didn't take that nigga long at all. This nigga this nigga is swagged out. It don't take long at all. His game look bouncy like Zach Risa Shea. I'm looking for a breakout season from you. Now, breakout with it. I'm talking 17 to 20 points. I'm thinking we have three legit 20-point scorers on our team right now. Easy. Jalen Johnson, Zachary Ricochet, Trae Young. I can see that. I can see that. Unless Trae wants to take a step back and let Dyson Daniels average 20. Dyson Daniels, he's going to take a leap this year. As long as Dyson Daniels keeps improving on his offensive game, Dyson Daniels could be one of the best two guards in the league. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. And we got Porzingis. I know Porzingis ain't slated to play every game, but if you got Porzingis, if you telling me my center combination is Kristaps Porzingis, Onyeka Okongwu, and Asa Newell, I'm okay with that. That's right. Let's just see. In the East, let's just see what happens. Roll the ball out. Roll the ball out. I'm ready. I'm ready to see that. I'm ready to see my Hawks. I'm ready to see my Hawks. The Hawks, it's gonna be in the mix. We're gonna be in the mix. We played Toronto, who made off-season changes. They got Brandon Ingram. I'm ready to see that. Ready to see the Celtics. I'm ready to see the Celtics, how they look without Jason Tatum, with Jaylen Brown. Because this is my thing. It's been a lot of talk over the years of Jaylen Brown really better than Jason Tatum. Well, nigga, this is your time. This is your time. And I ain't saying you ain't. I ain't saying you is. Just show me, nigga. Just because the way they disrespect Jason Tatum, like he ain't no motherfucking superstar, but Jalen, you better be out there averaging 30, because that's what the fuck Jason Tatum do. When all y'all niggas went out for the playoffs, Jason Tatum dropped a 70 ball. So let's just keep it in perspective. When y'all talk shit about Jason Tatum, don't worry about Jason Tatum probably sitting back like, yeah, nigga, go to cook up. And you get all the spotlight attention, because Boston is a place where you're gonna be seen every week. So you're gonna have to show that shit. It's the playoff. I mean, the East is wide open right now. Of course, you got your two top hitters, Cleveland and the Knicks. But right behind them, you definitely do have Detroit. You got Orlando. Got Detroit and Orlando, and Cleveland. I mean, Cleveland. Look, Donovan Mitchell has never made it out the first round of his career. As good of a player as he is, is this the year? Well, no, did he make it out this? No, he didn't make it out the first round this year, right? He didn't. Yeah, the Pacers beat him first round. Pacers beat him. Then the Pacers beat who? The Pacers beat after that. Let me see. Hold up. No, Donovan Mitchell made it out the first round. He beat Cleveland. He beat Cleveland this year, and then they lost to the Pacers in the second round. The Pacers beat the Bucks in the first round because Damian Lillard got hurt. And you remember Giannis' daddy was all on the. I mean, Halliburton daddy was all on the court and shit. I didn't. Why would I say something about Philly?
They got your boy back.
They got Embiid. I love Embiid, man. I love Embiid. Now I will say this about Philly: they got some young niggas that's really ready to play. Of course, you got Tyrese Maxey. Jared McCain is coming back, but VJ Edgecombe from I think he went to Baylor. I want to say or one of them green schools, wherever VJ Edgecombe is from. Doggy, D Wade mixed with Jimmy Butler, really one of them ones. Paul George is supposed to be returning back next week, so they could be the healthiest superstars in the East. Potentially. We'll see. It's gonna be exciting though. I'm ready to see the Knicks back. What other teams made adjustment? I want to see the Kings because they don't have a point guard yet. I don't know how they're gonna run their point guard. They got 3 point guards actually. They got Malik Monk, Russell Westbrook, and Dennis Schroeder. So I want to see how they work that out. You got to watch the most exciting. Sorry team, huh? Bill who? Bill, who the fuck is Bill? Oh, Bradley Bill. Oh yeah, Bradley Bill is on the Clippers. The Clippers is I'm telling y'all, the Clippers so fucking loaded. The Clippers is loaded as fuck. They probably made the most. Steve Ballmer he's gonna fuck around and buy himself a ring. Like all the people he added this season, he already had Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. This season he added Bradley Bill, Chris Paul, John Collins, and Brook Lopez. That's a lot. That's a lot. To already add that to Kawhi Leonard and James Harden and Zubac and Derrick Jones. Like that's a loaded team. That's a loaded team. Then they got Bogdanovich. They got Bogey. They got a lot of pieces over there. So the only thing that can hold the Clippers back is the thing that holds all those guys back every year, which is injuries. But fully complete, on paper they had the best roster in the league. On paper, this is the same team that lost to Denver in 7. And Denver is the same team that lost to the OKC champions in 7. So all those teams are gonna be right there in the mix. If I had to, those are my top. Like the Clippers can't be. They need to be a top. It don't even matter what the Clippers are this year. With all that talent, it don't even matter what position you're in the West. As long as you there, yeah, just be in the mix. So I'm excited for this season to start, man. Other than that, like I said, the Falcons we got Miami this weekend. This should be an easy one. If we don't win this one, I don't know. Like I don't even know where do we go from here if we lose to Miami. Like we really not trying to be serious. We're not a serious football team. We shouldn't be under 500 for the rest of the season. We're not a serious football team if we lose to Miami. That being said, though, this is my Falcons, and we weren't supposed to lose to Carolina by 30. Dang, I don't know how long I'm gonna have to say that. But other than that, man, make sure y'all follow us on everything, Odyssey app, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts from. Follow the Next to Ball podcast on Instagram. Make sure you stay following the Twitch. I am Spencer Neal. Other than that, DJ, take us out of here.
Do this shit, man. I know I told y'all a lot of cap last year, but I ain't capping about it this shit. This is it. It's our season. Talk to me. They been hating Trae Young since we beat the Knicks. They been hating on the Falcons since we drafted Pitts. They won't even throw to Jesse, they know that's a pick. I feel like Acuna every time I make a hit. United in the field, the gang up in the stands. We yelling ATL, bro, cause we some real fans. They been talking crazy, disrespect is out of hand. But we gon' win this year, they ain't gon' say nothing again. I'm a field flipper, blitz and a hit sticker. Still get her. Dyson let me steal with you. Jesse set the bait and turn into a pick sixer, and we making plays. That's why we got Penix Woods. Get in the field with me. Come see how we live in it. Had a couple losing seasons and we had to deal with it. Had to bench my cousin, get him out the family business. Thought it was a bad pick, but now we thanking God for Penix. I'm a route runner, a whole running back hunter, a stat stat chaser, never miss a play, boy, check the numbers, I'm a prize pick. Yeah, on my losses, take the under. We let Terry cook and he been in the kitchen all summer. They been hating Trey Young since we beat the Knicks. They been hating on the Falcons since we drafted Pitts. They won't even throw to Jesse, they know that's a pick. I feel like Acuna every time I make a hit. United in the field, the gang up in the stands. We yelling ATL, bro, cause we some real fans. They been talking crazy, disrespect is out of hand. But we gon' win this year, they ain't gon' say nothing again. Whole shotgunner, long bomber, home runner, a sack taker. But I be taking all y'all fumbles, a playmaker. Soon as we break the huddle and I been down. But I was here with Jesse Tuggle. We kick it just like soccer and United is my team. The Birds ain't got no ring, but that don't mean nothing to me. The Braves got one in baseball cause they known for pitching heat. Schwellenbach and Strider had got they name from me. But I'm a Saint hater, Nick Killer, Buck Slayer. We run the South, we'll deal with them Panthers later. It's our division. Don't believe me, bet your paper, say we sweet like candy. I say we gon' win one hour later. They been hating Trey Young since we beat the Knicks. They been hating on the Falcons since we drafted Pitts. They won't even throw to Jesse, they know that's a pick. I feel like Acuna every time I make a hit. United in the field, the gang up in the stands. We yelling ATL, bro, cause we some real fans. They been talking crazy, disrespect is out of hand. But we gon' win this year, they ain't gon' say nothing again. Yeah, man. R.I.P. to all the legends we lost in between last season and this season, man. R.I.P. Scooter. R.I.P. Quan, man. R.I.P. DJ R.I.P. Rico Wave, man. We getting a ring for the guys, man. Get one for my granddaddy, man. He died waiting on a Falcon ring.